Hi, I'm Romina Bestet from Daily Minutes of Wisdom, Enlightenment and Guidance YouTube channel. Well, if you have watched a couple of my posts, I daily post the card of the day of different tarots and different oracles. I also use different tarot ages and in different languages. So I started my tarot journey this year and I got intrigued by the differentiation in the meaning through the aging of the oracles and the tarots. So because of that, I decided to make a couple of videos separated in 4 episodes. The main topic is how tarot meaning change over time. So, talking about the same card in different ages and languages. So, then the episode 1 will be how did the tarot begin? We are going to talk about the medieval and the Renaissance oranges. And specifically in the episode 1, we are going to see the Visconti tarot, Sola Busca tarot, and Minchiate tarot. You might see them behind on the camera. On episode 2, we are going to talk about when did it become mystical, the 18th century esoteric shift that happened. And that is when we talk about Italia tarot. On episode 3, we talk about alchemy, magic, and the occult. So the 20th century transformation tarot. So when we got the tarot Thoth. And finally, on episode 4, we are going to talk about modern tarot and intuitive reading. So that talks about where are you now? In this one, we are going to take a look about like Sears Tarot, for example, and also the most classical one, a Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. So here you can see the Visconti-Sforza, the Sola Busca, and the Minchiate. Hi, today is episode 1. How did the tarot begin? The medieval and Renaissance oranges, Visconti, Sola Busca, and Minchiate. How I have planned that it runs. So I'm gonna use the Visconti-Sforza deck so that you can see. I will shuffle it, and the card that comes from this first deck will be the card that will directly all the other cards. So it means that I'm gonna shuffle it, and let's see which card we take. I already meditated on them, and it will be shown the card that it needs to be shared right now. Let's see which card we do have. I think it is the Sun. Let's take a look. Absolutely. That is the Sun. So, what is important? This card, the Sun, will be used to be compared with also Sola Busca and Minchiate. Tarot cards have a fascinating history that dates back to the late medieval and Renaissance periods, involving in Italy. The earliest decks we know of reflect the culture and the artistic richness of the time, with unique features and purpose. The Visconti-Sforza tarot started in 1450 The Sola Busca is from 1491, and the Minchiate is from 1530. Each of these early decks played a crucial role in shaping the development of tarot, from its begins as a card game to the eventual role in divination and mystical practice. Their artistry, symbolism, and unique characteristics reflect the changing cultural and intellectual landscape of the medieval and Renaissance eras. Hi, as I have mentioned before, so we have the Sun card. So the Sun card was taken from the Visconti-Sforza tarot. And now we are comparing. So I took the Sola Busca tarot and I searched for the Sun card, and as well for the Sun card in the Minchiate tarot. So now that they are displayed side by side, we can see that there is a very difference on the designing of the card and as well as the figures that we can see. So in the Visconti, we see a kind of Cupido. In the Sola Busca, we almost see a kind of a warrior. And in the Minchiate, we see a couple. So let's dig on it and see what meaning is behind of that, and each details has also a meaning. So let's take a look what these cards are telling us around the different ages. Hi, let's start with the Visconti-Sforza tarot. The Visconti-Sforza tarot is the one of the oldest surviving tarot decks, created around 1450s for the noble Visconti family of Milan. It was likely commissioned for use in courtly game, with the deck consisting of 78 cards. The deck's artwork is simple but elegant, featuring hand-painted imagery with a blend of Christian and medieval symbolism. Only a portion of the deck survives, with many cards lost over time. The Visconti-Sforza deck is often considered the starting point of tarot as a game and as a tool for divination. In the Visconti-Sforza tarot deck, the Sun card typically represents themes of enlightenment, clarity, joy, and positive energy. This card is part of the major arcana and is often associated with a success, happiness, and the realization of potential. Here is a breakdown of the meaning. Illumination and clarity. The Sun card signifies a time of clear vision, understanding, and insight. It represents the end of confusion and the arrival of truth, bringing clarity to a situation or question. Joy and vitality. The Sun embodies vitality, energy, and a sense of freedom. It brings a warm, optimistic influence, signaling times of happiness, well-being, and personal growth. Success and achievement. The Sun often indicates success and triumph in endeavors. It represents a period when one's hard work pays off, bringing rewards, recognition, and fulfillment. Growth and abundance. Like the Sun nurturing the earth, the Sun card can indicate personal growth, abundance, and a flourishing state of life or circumstances. Inspiration and creativity. This card is also connected to creativity and inspiration, suggesting a time when your creative power are at their peak. In terms of visual representation, the Sun card is in the Visconti-Sforza deck, typically features a radiant sun shining brightly over a landscape, symbolizing its positive and nurturing energy. The presence of children or figures basking in the sunlight can emphasize innocence, purity, and untainted joy. So here we have a comparison between Visconti-Sforza and Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. So here we can see both sun cards. Let's dig on in what they differ from each other. So the Visconti-Sforza sun card has a lot of meanings. So some of them are triumphal achievement, more focus on victory, success, and the acknowledgement of accomplishment with an emphasis on high achievement. Enlightenment and clarity. Like the Rider-Waite-Smith, it also represents clarity and the uncovering of truths, but with a slightly more formal tone. Cultural and social status. The figures on the card may reflect ideas of nobility, social status, and grandeur, often tied to success in the physical world. Less focus on innocence. The Visconti-Sforza card may lack in the same playful, childlike innocence present like in the Rider-Waite-Smith, instead representing a more regal, structural aspect of joy. Focus on material success. The triumph in the Visconti-Sforza deck can be more material focus, representing more worldly success or public recognition. So, let's see what the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot card says. The Sun card. Joy and celebration. Focus on happiness, bliss, and celebration, often including a time for fun and joy. Enlightenment and clarity represents illumination, shedding light on confusion or uncertainty, bringing clarity and understanding. Vitality and confidence symbolizes health, vitality, and a strong sense of self, often linked to a personal empowerment. Renewal and optimism, a sense of renewal, rejuvenation, and a hope for the future. A time of growth and abundance. Also, innocence and freedom. The naked child on the horse often represents purity, innocence, and the carefree nature of freedom. So let's see the next card. Hi. Let's see the next card. So we have now the Sola Busca tarot and also the Sun card. Created around 1491, the Sola Busca tarot is one of the earliest fully illustrated tarot decks with images for all 78 cards. Unlike the Visconti-Sforza deck, which had a minimal artwork, the Sola Busca deck features detailed Renaissance-style illustrations that convey deeper philosophical and symbolic meanings. It is unique for its use of mythological and historical themes, with characters drawn from classical antiquity and its suits of swords, coins, cups, and wands, which would later influence other tarot decks. This deck is a key example of how tarot began to merge with the mystical and philosophical ideas during the Renaissance period. in the Sola Busca deck, the Sun card is represented by a Sabino. Sabino personifies the Sun's qualities of leadership, illumination, and success. Sabino, holding a torch, symbolizes the power of enlightenment, both in the literal sense of light and in the metaphorical sense of clarity, knowledge, and triumph. The depiction reflects a more human historical approach to a tarot symbolism, where celestial powers are embodied in human figures of importance and influence. Let's see the next some key points in comparison with Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. Hi. So here we have the comparison of Sola Busca Tarot Sun card with Rider-Waite-Smith Sun card. Let's begin. Sola Busca Sun. It talks about human power and leadership. The Sun is personified by Sabino, a man holding a torch, symbolizing human triumph, authority, and leadership. Triumph and authority represents success achieved through strength, leadership, and protection, with an emphasis on social status and nobility. Enlightenment as active role. The torch symbolizes an active role in bringing light and guidance, suggesting a more dynamic and influential form of illumination. Symbolic of nobility. With the symbols like the crown and the helmet, it emphasizes royal or military authority alongside personal achievement. So let's take a look what the Rider-Waite-Smith Sun card tells us. So, joy and innocence depicts a naked child riding a horse under a bright sun, symbolizing freedom, innocence, and carefree joy. Pure enlightenment represents clarity, vitality, and growth in more passive, natural sense, light without struggle. So we have also optimism and vitality, focus on optimism, happiness, and the natural renewal of life, without the emphasis of personal power or social status. Symbolic of growth, the Sun in the Rider-Waite-Smith brings growth and vitality, often representing personal development or the blossom of new opportunities in life. Let's see the next one, the Minchiate. Hi. Let's start with the Minchiate Sun card. The Minchiate tarot emerged around 1530 in Italy, and it is notable for its larger structure, consisting of 97 cards compared to the typical 78 cards tarot deck. The deck includes the traditional 4 suits, swords, coins, cups, and wands, but also features additional cards representing the zodiac signs, the virtues, and other elements of Renaissance, such as astrology. This larger deck was used for both playing and divination, blending tarot with astrological and mystical beliefs. The Minchiate tarot was a popular form of tarot in Florence and central Italy during the Renaissance period. The Sun card in the Minchiate deck differs from traditional tarot decks incorporating a more cosmic and philosophical approach. Here is a description of the key elements of this card. The sun, often large and radiant, symbolizing cosmic illumination, divine wisdom, and universal truth, rather than just personal joy. Some versions feature two suns, emphasizing duality, spiritual versus material, divine versus earthly. Couple. A man and a woman stand beneath the sun, representing balance, harmony, and union, possibly reflecting alchemical or philosophical ideas of opposites coming together. The city, seen in the background, symbolizing civilization, structure, and societal order, guided by light or higher wisdom. The tree, a lone tree or trees, may be present, symbolizing growth, life, and the connection between heaven and earth. So let's take a look and compare this card with Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. Hi. So, as I have mentioned before, the Minchiate tarot card started introducing astrology and philosophy in the tarot. It helped also transition from the game to a mystical system. So let's take a look on the main differences between the Minchiate Sun card and the Rider-Waite Thumb card. So the symbolism. Let's take a look. The Minchiate Sun represents cosmic illumination, divine wisdom, and social harmony. The Rider-Waite-Smith Sun cards symbolizes personal joy, innocence, and individual success. The imagery, Minchiate features a couple, a city, and a tree, emphasizing balance and civilization. Rider-Waite shows a child, a horse, representing more freedom, vitality, and playful innocence. So how about the focus? Minchiate has a philosophical and universal focus, connecting enlightenment to society and duality. Rider-Waite, it's more personal and emotional, centered on happiness, warmth, and clarity in one's life. How about duality? Some Minchiate decks feature two suns, highlighting spiritual versus material light. Rider-Waite has a single sun, focusing on pure positivity and growth. So let's take a look how it has developed. Hi. So here again, we have the three cards side by side. Let's take a look. We have the Visconti-Sforza, we have the Sola Busca, and we have the Minchiate. All of them with the Sun card. After all this talk, highlighting the different meanings, if we could give just one word that would represent them, let's say that the Sun in the Visconti would mean success, and in the Sola Busca would mean authority, and in the Minchiate, Sun would mean wisdom. So, how the meaning has changed? The evolution of the Sun card, as an example, reflects a broader shift in beliefs about who could access success, authority, and wisdom. The shift in sun card meaning mirrors a larger transformation in society. Earlier tarot was for nobles, linking success to divine favor. Later, it emphasized personal authority, making power seem attainable. Eventually, tarot became about wisdom, open to all who sought enlightenment. This change reflects how divination moved from being exclusive to the elite to becoming a tool for personal growth and wisdom for everyone. This led to later esoteric decks like Italia and Thoth. Our next episode too, when we are going to talk about when did the tarot became mystical, the 18th century esoteric shift. Let's dig on next episode in Italia. I hope you have enjoyed and thank you so much for listening. I wish you a wonderful day.